In this video, I'm going to show how we ground a pair of this Viviobarefoot shoe, which has a nice minimal sole, wide toe box, good looking shoe. We're going to ground that using this earthing shoe kit, which comes with 3 large rivets, 3 small rivets, 6 washers, a hole punch, a little piece of cutting board, and then a large set of clippers. First thing we're going to want to do is take out the insole, and we're trying to determine where to position the insert through the sole. If we think about the foot anatomy, the foot body length being that length, and we divide that into thirds, the front third is where we're going to find the acupuncture kidney 1 point. That's the most effective point in the body to ground, so that's what we're going to shoot for. If we look at the bottom of the shoe, we think our toes are about that last section and the rest is our foot body. If we're aiming for the kidney 1 point, it's going to be somewhere around in here, behind the high impact zone of the forefoot, just behind that, so right around in that area. We're going to eyeball where that would be on the inside of the shoe, and we're going to position the piece of cutting board under that area where we want to cut the hole, and then we're going to take the hole punch, line it up with our guesstimated area for kidney 1, not too high impact, not too low impact, kind of medium impact. We're going to punch a hole. You can see I made it through because I'm stuck into the cutting board, and then I pull that out, and we're going to take one of these large rivets and we're going to feed it through that kidney 1 point in the midfoot. And you can see that it's poking out on the inside. And now we're going to install the washer for that front rivet on the inside. And instead of using the piece of cutting board, we're going to use something like an anvil. You probably don't have an anvil. You can use some cement on the floor in either the garage or outside. That works just as well, but for example's sake, I'm going to use the anvil so I can show you guys what I do. So we place the washer over the rivet. We got the rivet sitting on the anvil, and then we're going to put the installer on, and we're just going to do a bunch of small taps. We don't want to install it super tight. That's going to cause issues. Lots of small hits. I'm getting kind of close, kind of checking on the bottom. I'm still kind of protruding out, so I'm going to keep hitting it in. Now I'm getting kind of close. You can see that it's almost where I want it to sit at the end, so I'm going to stop hammering it at that point. You can see it looks pretty tight on the inside. Cut off, then we're going to fold this down to get into this point right here, where we're going to cut it as low as possible. Again, we want to cut off as much material that's going to make it a more comfortable fit when we wear our shoes. So we cut that real low. Pretty critical to cut it low. 2 hands. Eye protection, probably a good idea. And then we're going to bring this anvil back in, and we are going to hammer it just a few more times. We're going to want to open up this area so we can get the hammerhead down in there. Something like so. And now take the hammerhead. Couple love taps, nothing crazy. And see how we have it sitting flush, and if you look, it's starting to kind of nipple out a little bit. That means that we're tight enough. We don't want to go any tighter than that. If we go tighter, it's going to pop out more, and it's just not going to be ideal. That is got all the comfort we need. It's best, but with socks also works. Now you have a grounded shoe. So what I'm going to do here is show how my different shoes compare in conductivity. We have the non-grounded shoe on my left foot and the grounded shoe with the earthing do-it-yourself kit on the right. I have one of the leads of the voltmeter you see on the screen hooked up to my left hand, and then the other lead we have hooked up to a stake in the ground right here, and that's basically measuring the difference in voltage between the ground at 0 volts and whatever my body's reading. This wire right here is a live wire. This is going to simulate our EMF field, and as you can see, as I hold my feet off the ground and I'm measuring the voltage, my voltage is now very high. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold my grounded shoe off the ground while my ungrounded shoe is contacting the ground. You can see my voltage is still quite high. And now I'm going to switch, and I'm going to step my grounded shoe onto the ground and lift up my other shoe and you can see that there's a significant drop in voltage. So what that does, that just proves the conductivity of the do-it-yourself earthing kit that we just installed.